Hi there, I'm Slightly Froggy, and welcome back to my stream. Today, I'm continuing my playthrough of Danganronpa 3, Killing Harmony. It's something I just realized as I was having my sip. I have to say, this does look infinitely cooler than the green can. If it just looked like a galaxy like that, yeah, I'd probably buy Canada Dry a lot more often. Didn't click, it's green. Hey there, Kay, welcome back to the stream. Alright, so, where we last left off last week, wow, we had our first murder, and I really thought it was gonna be Shuichi. The game was laying it on pretty thick. Who did it? Oh. There were a lot of people that were down there. Hello, Peach Fuzz. Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, that's the thing. With a mom... I did not think a mommy was going to get killed off this quickly. Can't drink Canada Dry. There are people who need to drink that water. Hey, Qua, welcome back to the stream. I'm going to drink this all I want. You can't stop me. Oh gosh, I'm catching in the light here. Oh, thank you, Peach Fuzz. I appreciate it. That's too much liquid. What? It's only 355 milliliters. It's hardly anything. They won't even notice. Yeah, who did it? Well, it was with, the shot put ball. And I'm just trying to think of how many characters would be strong enough to actually, like, throw that. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't dropped. Though that is a possibility. I'm gonna have to check that during my investigation today. Found out Mom was dead. I was so surprised. Yeah, like, I figured that was going to be a character that was going to be with us for a while, and it was sort of going to be like, well, what's his deal? What's his angle? Like, is he working with us? Is he working against us? It was very eerie and mysterious, and I wasn't sure, and then it's just like, boom, and he's just dead. You're gonna be so surprised to find out who did it. Man, that's typical Danganronpa. It's always like, whoever it makes the most sense... Like, right off the bat, you're like, well, it had to have been so-and-so, right? It's like, no. It'll pretend it's that way for half the trial, or half the investigation, and then all of a sudden it'll kind of, like, something out of left field will pop out and be like, it was the butler the whole time. It was like, what? Like... I haven't checked my VOD from last time, but I'm sure when I saw Mommy, it was just, like, pure shock, because I was not expecting that. And now in hindsight, it seems like they were playing up Shuichi, like, a lot. And it's like, okay, so they were trying to make me think it was going to be Shuichi. It wasn't just, like, my own gut feeling. It was, the game was baiting me. This is different, though, and this situation's different, this case. Ooh, okay. Well, that, I'm gonna have to wait and see. So we're going to be going into the investigation today. I imagine that's going to take up the bulk of this stream. The game likes to play with your expectations. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That was something I found fun, especially going from the first to the second one. Because it loved playing with, like, the tropes it set up in the first one. And then purposefully spinning them in a totally different way. So now with the third one sort of being sort of a fresh take, it's sort of doing its own thing. It's still playing with your expectations, but not based on previous games, it seems. Like, it's very much trying to do its own thing, and I am enjoying that. As much as I love the old characters from the first two games, I am enjoying these new kids so far. And now I'm kicking myself because I was curious about what Amami's deal was, and now he's dead. Dang, I was like, what's K-pop boy up to? What's his deal? And I figured I'd have most of the game to figure that out. Lots of free time. But no. That was not the case. Alright, so we're gonna give people just a couple more minutes to kind of trickle in before we get started. I do have the game on standby. It is ready with its green glory. Wish I could tell you. But you know what? It's gonna make it all the more satisfying later, isn't it? But we can't. No spoilers, please. I want it to be a surprise. I want the genuine shock. Because once you either figure it out on your own or the game reveals it to you, that's what the game runs on, is the shock factor. It's got fun characters and all that as well. I like the dialogue and all that, but ooh, I'm here for those big reveals that you kind of go, wait, we're the baddies? Gosh, I am horrendously pale. I'm like catching myself in the light here. I've been wearing long sleeve stuff on stream for the past little while, and it's like, it is the dead of winter where I am, and gosh, it's like I've never seen the sun before. And normally I get a little bit of sun in the summertime, and that carries over into the winter a little bit. That was not the case this year, where, yeah, who goes outside anyways? Exactly. Yeah, it's I think that's the yellow thing in the sun, the sky there. I'm not entirely sure. I've heard of it. I've seen it once or twice, but I mean, who really believes in that anyway? Staying home indoors doesn't help. Yeah. And my job is inside as well, and it's not anywhere near a window. So during my breaks, I like to try to like pop out by the window and just kind of like soak in the rays like I'm some kind of potted plant. It's just like, oh, the sun feels so good on my face. Once this is all over, man, I'm gonna be happy to go out to places and not feel bad about being within 6 feet of people. But I hope you're all keeping safe where you are. Making sure you're wearing your mask if you're going out, keeping your distance and all that, washing your hands. I feel like we're seeing the end of this thing. Hey there, JJ. Welcome back to the stream. Got here just in time. We're just going to give it a couple more minutes before we get in. And I noticed I got at least one new follower between last Tuesday and today. Leo74ers. Thank you for the follow. And I'm trying to remember, and No Name Official did follow last session. Trying to make sure I'm giving everybody their shout out. Before we get started on this investigation, and like, I know they're gonna go over 50 million times where the camera placements are. Well, it was placed here and here, so you would have the perfect vantage point to catch this door and this door, and also the secret door. This is where the sensor was. Oh no, the sensor was messed with. So I imagine we're gonna be putzing around with that a little bit. You're gonna have to interview everybody. Because I feel like they're setting up, like, Tenko or Gonta. Because it's like, who else would have the physical strength to throw that shot put way up there to Amami's head? Because Duda's tall. But I think somebody brought up last session that, like, oh, it could have dropped on him. And it's like, I guess, but they would need to be quite small. Mind you, we do know there are plenty of people in this group who are also quite small. Size isn't all that matters. I guess, yeah, they could have just set it up that way. So the odd theory, nobody confirm or deny these, but just things I was thinking about after I wrapped up the session last time is, Amami might not be dead. This might be a fake out, like Junko style. Maybe he fell on it he slipped and fell and just went thunk. Also, we're imagining that there's one mastermind. What if there's a bunch of masterminds? What if there's, like, 5 people here? Like, what if, like, most of the group that went downstairs were just trying to, like, corner Amami and take care of him before he gave away the game to the rest of them? Because he said he did have a plan. I'd be curious to see, like, what his plan ended up being. Because he was being very vague. But I also imagine he probably didn't write it down. That's what happens when the sneaky secret characters die, and it's like, we have nothing to work with because you haven't put anything down. But I haven't started the investigation yet. I'm making assumptions right now. It was the chicken from Danganronpa 1. I knew it! And Brantaro threw it into the air. He was just playing with the ball and it was an accident. He just wasn't paying attention. Somebody called his name and he went, huh? And then just thunk. I don't know, it's just funny to me that they kill off, like, the character voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, like, immediately. Like, I feel like that's a bit of a waste. But Because that's a voice actor you want to keep around for a good bit of it. Not that I'm saying any of the other voice actors would be good for that. I like all of them. I don't think there's a single character whose voice sounds kind of off, and it's like, I've been watching more dubbed anime lately, and that's been sort of like a thing where if the voices don't quite match properly, it kind of, I can still enjoy it, but it's always sort of like this is taking some adjustment. He was killed for budgetary reasons. I mean, that is always a possibility as well. But it is 7:31, which means it is time for us to get started. I can put the music on. Alright. The green is back, baby. Someone say budget cuts, because I'm here ready to cut some people from the team due to me not getting paid. Hey there, infamous god. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, Rantaro?
What in the world? What the hell's going on?
Oh, right, Kaito's here too, isn't he? Okay, so he was facing outwards, because I'm already telling by the blood splatters. I've played enough Danganronpa and enough Ace Attorney games to know that ball fell behind, it hit the back of his head, because it splattered on the camera. He got horny bonked to death. He's going to horny jail. Oh, Tenko. She's taking this very well. Right after Tenko screamed, the front door of the library burst open. Kaito horny bonked it. Yeah. No, it would be Mew would get bonked, horny bonked to death there. And the 4 people who were in the game room rushed in.
What happened?
What happened? Gonta here scream. Huh? Ah! Blood! So much blood! I don't know. I don't think Rantaro was one of the degenerate males. Like, I know by being male, but... Nah?
Oh me, oh my.
Huh? Isn't that Rantaro? What's wrong with him? I wonder...
You don't know?
He's dead.
Huh?
What? He's dead? Well, that's unfortunate.
But how?
How can you be so calm? Atua did it. I blame Atua. You know what? I blame Atua as well. I'm gonna blame her for everything because she scares the crap out of me. Shuichi examined Rantaro's body and placed his hand close to his mouth to check for breathing. Hanji, look blood.
No
you can
use.
use that. We're too late. He shook his head.
No way.
Too late? You mean dead?
Are you serious?
He's dead? Oh, Kaide does not like blood. My vision began to swirl. My legs wobbled beneath me. But out of sheer desperation, I kept my mind working. Why was Rantaro here? And... the monitor is off. It was no longer displaying Monokuma anymore. Does that mean the mastermind is dead? Or someone's trying to make it look like the mastermind's dead? Yeah, that has to be it. This means Rantaro was...
Well...
This means the killing game has started, huh?
Huh?
What? Killing game? Then someone killed Rantaro and... That's true. There has not been a body... well, the monitor's not on, though. That might be a thing as well. If the monitor was on, we'd probably be hearing it. Wait, maybe not.
I don't get it.
What do you mean, maybe not? Maybe the killing game hasn't started. Maybe this just ended it.
What?
Ended it? What do you mean?
Because...
The mastermind. Rantaro was the mastermind.
Huh?
What? The mastermind? I don't know how he died, but if Rantaro was in the library before the time limit ended, Hey there, Olaf. Body discovery noise. Honk, honk.
That's true.
There's a high chance that the mastermind planned this. And if he's dead... There it is. What? Mom's spaghetti. A classic.
A body has been discovered!
Oh man, that sushi looks really good.
Everyone, please gather in the library.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I'm glad.
What a relief. A murder took place just before time ran out.
Huh?
Monokuma? But how? I gotta admit, I was a little nervous there because the killing game hadn't started yet. Geez, you guys really know how to keep me in suspense. How? The mastermind controlling you is... My mastermind? Do you mean the real mastermind who's controlling me? And you think it was Rantaro? Wow, what an imagination! Of course that's wrong. If the mastermind had died, this killing game would be over.
That's wrong.
But the victim was Rantaro Amami, the ultimate who cares. Nothing more, nothing less. No, that's not actually it.
Huh?
Guess it wasn't that easy. Nah. I mean, we've had so many opportunities where it's just so easy. We just need to get through this platforming game. How hard could it be? What are you talking about? Even Monokuma's gonna disregard his talent. Yeah, I'm curious what it is, though. Shuichi, what does he mean? What's going to happen?
No.
Monokuma's wrong, isn't he? Isn't Rantaro the mastermind?
Huh?
Yeah, we came here as soon as the sensor went off, right? No one else was in the library. Rantaro was the only one who could have moved the bookcase. Wouldn't that mean he was trying to use that hidden door and that he was the mastermind? Or he had discovered the door as well and was trying to hack it?
No.
But if he was the mastermind, why is the killing game not over? Where's Junko? I need to ask her since she knows these things. Yeah, Junko knows everything. Why? Why is he dead?
It's no use.
It's no good. I don't know. I don't know. Shuichi. The pictures. We can check the pictures. I'm sure that the cameras we set up in the library will give us a clue. At that moment, the library door swung wide open. Checking them snapshots. Let's check out those receipts. What hit him in the head? It was the shot put ball.
Oh no!
Rantaro? But why?
Really?
That's Rantaro? Oh, thank God. I thought it was a pile of dirty rags. That's a corpse. I see. So this ended up happening after all. My, what a world this is. So full of jokes like this. I'm not seeing I'm not seeing the joke here, but I'll wait.
How?
What? This is a lie, right? My dearest Rantaro is dead. Oh, I mean, was killed.
Stop it.
Rantaro, ultimate dirty rags. That's the same thing. How ironic. The guy who wanted to live ended up dead, and the guy who wanted to die survived.
Either way.
So, can someone explain the meaning of all of this? Nah, an explanation isn't necessary. Ultimate Nagito clone. I don't know, I think between him and Kokichi, like, it's like if you took Nagito and split him in two, that's what he would look like. That's what they would look like. Thanks to the first blood perk, there won't be a class trial, so that'd just be a waste of time. With that said, if you're the Blacken who killed Rantaro, raise your hand.
What?
The one who killed Rantaro?
Degenerate male!
I knew it. A degenerate male killed Rantaro, didn't he?
Wait!
How you know boy do it? Time to die, I guess. I just know, okay? Violent crimes are almost always committed by violent, disgusting... Oh, no, sorry, this is Tenko. I just know, okay? Violent crimes are almost always committed by violent, disgusting men.
Damn.
That dumbass. How dare he go and get himself killed? Don't try and act like the tough guy, Kaito. Calm down.
Don't screw around.
Who the hell did it? I'll friggin' punch you into orbit. Don't get so angry. Send off your graduating classmate with warm farewells. I was wondering when they were gonna show up. There they are.
It's getting interesting.
Or send them off with hostility like a bunch of catty popular girls. That's fine too.
It's my time to shine.
But if it's gonna disrupt the process, then we're gonna bust out the exosols.
How boring.
Ugh, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to look at a nasty dead body. Slurp, nothing beats crashing a funeral. It's way better than wedding crashing. I'll throw in a wedding every now and then, but funerals are insane, like fishing with dynamite. For hookups? So whoever did this really gets to graduate, huh?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I'm a real stickler for the rules. I'm also tough on convenience store clerks. Wow, what an asshole. Why? Don't be mean to the cashier. I used to be a cashier for like 4.5 years. Don't be mean to the cashiers.
My heart's racing.
Then congratulations. With the blackened who's about to graduate, please raise their hand.
What?
What the? No one's raising their hand?
You bastard!
Hey, did you hear me? All the blackened has to do to graduate is speak up, you know? No one. Ooh. Cashier for a month, Christmas backup, it wasn't fun. Oh, yeah, like if it's around Thanksgiving or Christmas or Easter, ooh. Especially if you're working in a grocery store. Best of luck to you. No one's stepping forward. What's going on? Is this a Sakura situation? No, he wouldn't kill himself. Probably? I don't know Amami well enough to really make a guess. It's Monodam, he's raising his hands. Oh, Monodam, I knew it! Ooh, I see how it is. The blackened has no need for the first blood perk. They would rather do a class trial. Excuse me?
Oh.
Very well then.
Psycho pop!
I will give the blackened what they want and hold a class trial.
Oh.
Wow.
It's getting interesting.
Now this is a spicy twist.
Hold on.
If only we hung out with Brantaro, our mommy is dead. I know, we've already lost our mommy and it's this early into the game. Wait, what the heck's going on?
Got it?
Like we said before, we're gonna hold a class trial so you bastards can find Rantaro's killer.
So,
Get it right and only the blackened will be punished. But if you get it wrong... Simultaneous surgery, brain and knee, then brain surgery again. Gotta step forward. Should have taken that chance, Kaide. Didn't just dipped. No, they wouldn't just let her do it. Killer wants to play this sick game. Man, it's almost like they're a Danganronpa character.
My heart's racing.
Everyone besides the blackened will be punished. Everyone besides the blackened? Everyone. This outcome is much worse. The culprit should have just stepped forward.
thrills, chills, kills!
But before we can hold the class trial, you gotta investigate first. If you don't investigate the murder, you won't be able to argue over who did it. So you're saying we need to do the investigation ourselves, too? Yeah, we gotta do everything around here. Of course. The investigation is what makes the killing game so good. Time to look at a dead man. Yep. I don't want to examine my dead mommy. You guys are gonna investigate this crime and uncover the truth. The Blackened's handiwork has made this much more entertaining than I expected. It's a Byakuya sense. Seems like someone wants to make this killing game more interesting. Yeah, probably. Can I step on him? Alright, the trial will begin soon, so please give the investigation your all.
So long, farewell.
let's get going then.
Wait!
Wait, where do we start?
Don't you get it?
We're looking for the truth of Rantaro's death, right? If we can't figure out who the culprit is, then we'll be annihilated for sure. Huh? I don't want to be annihilated. The girl should be allowed to live at least. Consent is important. Yes, consent is very important. We don't want to get into gross territory. Nah, I'm just a cute normal girl who can use magic, you know?
Why you?
You're the last person who should be calling herself cute.
Ben,
Do not fret. Just imagine this is something out of a police drama or detective manga.
do you agree?
Right, Shuichi?
Okay.
Right, yeah, 'cause I'm the detective expert? I guess.
Impossible!
I'm in trouble. I've never watched police dramas or read detective manga.
Let's see.
Well, there's no need to think so hard. We need only converse with the corpse. A corpse is not simply a dead person. That is just an assumption made by the living.
Wonderful.
Was he a medium or something? Yes, somebody call Detective Conan, please. Yes, by coming face to face with the corpse, you will learn a great many things. Why are you getting excited? You're not into dead bodies, are you?
Actually,
But is it true? Is one of us really the culprit? The odds are 1 in 15. That shouldn't be hard to figure out.
Don't screw around!
That's not the problem here.
On your knees!
Who's the fucking culprit, huh? Is it you? Or maybe it's you? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Who's the killer? Only Atua knows. Anji, please stop. You're scaring me. Gets a stiffy from the stiffy. Not boo.
Weird.
You know can choose that way.
How exciting!
Everyone's competing to see who's the most paranoid. Yeah, that's not boring.
That's wrong.
Wait, stop. We can't do this. We can't go back and forth accusing each other. For now, we need to trust each other and start a serious investigation. Huh?
Hey,
If we all lose our trust in one another because of this, it's all over. We have to believe in each other and investigate this case.
Huh?
Somebody's being very, assertive all of a sudden, but okay. Investigating is the same thing as not trusting each other.
no.
No, it's completely different from what Monokuma wants us to do. He wants us to throw accusations at one another and lose all trust in each other.
But
And we can't let him get what he wants. We need to investigate this murder, not because we don't trust each other, but because we do. That was a nice little protagonist speech there, Shuichi. Thank you. Did I say something wrong? You were just so direct and assertive. No, I just said what was on my mind. Guys, I got you. You really are a detective. Now that we need to investigate, you're becoming super reliable. Somebody jumped in. Oh yeah, this place must be incredibly flammable.
Alright!
I agree with Shuichi. Actually, he just said exactly what I was gonna say. No, you don't. No, Kaito. You don't get to come in being like, I was gonna say something cool like that. You just beat me to it. I mean, but good job, Shuichi. I mean, I probably would have said it better, but whatever. I mean, I'm not a guy to toot my own horn or anything. Kaito was thinking it though. I don't believe him. I think he's a liar. Males are degenerate creatures who betray others easily, but I'll trust you this time. The only good thing about males is that girls give birth to them. I mean, yeah. Gonta not smart. Not sure Gonta be much help, but Gonta do his best for everyone. Oh, but his heart is so... He's not very smart, but Gonta's got a good heart. I will work hard with Atua's guidance. I'm much happier alive than dead anyway. Tenko's annoying, just saying. Yeah, I'm not huge on Tenko, but I find other characters
That's right.
more annoying than her. I can put up with Tenko. Let Tenko live in her little world. Not smart rhymes with good heart. Yes, that is true. It rhymes for a reason. It's going to. As novice investigators, logic dictates that we work together rather than give in to paranoia.
I will do my best.
If this is what everyone desires, then I shall give this task my all. Man, with Karumi on the case, like, we got this figured out, guys.
Okay.
Tenko's just that friend who's a little annoying. Yeah, basically. She doesn't mean any harm, she's just kind of annoying. You can leave it to me. I'll find the culprit in no time. It's that friend who always talks about jerking off, jelling off. Yeah, that is 100% Mew. And it's just like, who keeps inviting her to these things? Who keeps inviting this girl? Kaide is skeptical. I'm glad no one's given up yet. Yeah, of course they haven't. I can't change what has already happened. All I can do is what must be done. Otherwise, Rantaro died for nothing. I have to do it. I won't give up. We'll all escape from here. I'll make sure of it.
Well then.
Well, all of us minus Rantaro, but there's nothing we can do about that now. We're just moving forward. So, let's get started.
I guess.
We need to do this, so poor Rantaro won't have any regrets. And so we can survive.
Okay.
Yes, let's find the culprit who killed Rantaro.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's do it. Thank you, Shuichi. So much has happened in such a short time, and I haven't been able to keep up with everything. But I know that I need to fight back against this class trial to protect everyone. Teamwork, yay! Oh, there he is. This isn't quite the mood I was expecting, but that's okay. At least now you guys seem like you're getting into it. Turn a new page. You again? The fuck are you doing here? Don't be so crude. I've come to bring you all a wonderful present. This is giving me the heebie-jeebies. Oh, she's making the weird... A notebook that will kill anyone whose name is written in it. That sounds familiar. Could it be? The death... Whoops, my bad. It's a Monokuma file. We're this close. She knew it, though. Tsumugi knew what it was.
I guess.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? The Monokuma file is a detailed report that summarizes all the info about the dead body. Turn otaku. Well, there's no info that would point to the black end, because that would ruin the trials.
Let's all get along.
I don't know, maybe you guys will find it useful since you're not experienced investigators, you know? Could have made so many crime scenes.
Don't screw around.
Shh, Monokuma file. Like hell am I gonna believe something he made?
No.
Whether you believe it or not, it would still be prudent to examine its contents, no?
Atua has spoken.
Atua has spoken. He says we shouldn't take our eyes off the monopad. Yeah, I think we should read it. This file has all the info about the victim. I wonder what it says. Alright, so actually, hold up 1 second, guys. And we're back. Experienced investigator Shuichi is profusely sweating. He's like, I did one investigation. I am not ready for this. I am not nearly qualified for this position. The victim is Rantaro Amami. It doesn't say what his ultimate talent is. Not juggler, I guess. The victim's body was discovered in the library. The estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, resulting in cranial fractures and immediate death. No other injuries were detected. Guys, I got this. I know who killed him. Oh, yeah? I finds a cat in a tree. I is detector. The ace is on the case. Alright. Doesn't say whether or not he's the mastermind. Well, that's obvious. Mummy will be important due to his unknown talent. Oh, you know it's gonna be important. That's gonna come out in the trial, I imagine. But the killing game is still going on, so I'm gonna assume he wasn't. Right? Somebody threw the ball, just spiked it into the floor, and it just went one floor down. You know what? Gonta would be able to do that. But Gonta was in the basement, so that rules him out. But if Rantaro wasn't the mastermind, then who is?
Actually,
I know it's a little late, but seeing this makes it real. Rantaro is really dead. Come back as the ultimate ghost. I mean, we've already got a robot. I mean, why not? It bounced and hit Rantaro. Okay. This is the mastermind's fault.
no doubt.
The mastermind killed Rantaro.
That's...
Mastermind? I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
Please.
Kaede, please explain what is going on and spare us no detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Shuichi and I explained to everyone. We told them about the possibility of the mastermind hiding among us, and about the trap we had set in the library to lure them out, and that someone got snagged in our trap, so we came to the library to check, and discovered Rantaro's body.
Understood.
I see. So that is what happened. I was not aware you two had planned such a thing. So you used those cameras I modified for this bullshit?
But you know,
But why would you keep something so important a secret from us? Kaede, you and I, we've got a connection, man. Why are you doing this? Once we knew one of us was the mastermind, we'd start fighting over who it was. That's why what you two were afraid of, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
But...
But if there are cameras, won't this case be solved really easily? Aw, man, that's so boring.
Wait!
Your amusement is the least of our concerns. We need to check the cameras right now. Ryoma's way too smart. I like it though. Like he knows what's up. He's firing on all cylinders, which is more than can be said for some of the other characters here. He's too smart. He's gonna get killed off real early. Ryoma's based. I like Ryoma. I really do. Do you know something, my dude? I mean, he's been in jail. He knows how murders happen. He's technically committed one. The culprit should be in the pictures. It'll be case closed.
Then...
Yeah, where's Conan? He has committed one. Yes, I know. Yeah, he has. Alright, let me go get the cameras. Metal ball through the skull. Shuichi quickly retrieved all 3 cameras and rushed back to everyone. He knows how murders happen.
All right?
Hey there, Mr. Royloy. Welcome to the stream. He does know how murders happen. He knows how murderers think. He knows how people get paranoid. Like, he knows how this works. Okay, I've got them.
Well...
It was hard removing the camera that Kaede set up. She really taped it down well.
Because
Well, I really didn't want that camera to fall, since it was aimed at the moving bookcase.
Remember...
Here, it's these 3 cameras. Now, we just have to develop the film.
I will do it.
Allow me to perform that task.
That's amazing!
Wow, is there anything the Ultimate Maid can't do? Oh, hello. I heard everything you said. If that's what you need, just leave it to me.
Huh?
Huh?
I'll do it.
I'll develop the photos so you bastards can focus on the investigation. Because if you guys get punished, it would be way too gory.
Stop it.
Hey, don't butt into our... But she ignored my objection, walked up to Shuichi, and took the cameras from him. Dang it, she's gonna wreck that footage. We don't need you, Monami. I am a strong, sensual woman. Do not underestimate me. Hey, give those back.
Leave it to me.
No need to worry. We all have to follow the rules. We won't do anything underhanded or devious. Mono Fanny, I do not believe you. You are gonna wreck that footage and we are not gonna get to see it. So I'll let you know when I'm finished developing the photos. Alright, bye. I'll underestimate you, sure. Wait! Give the cameras back! It was pointless to yell at her. Monofanny left as swiftly as the wind.
Oh my.
Ah, there she goes. No, that was important evidence.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I was being careless. Probably okay. She says she developed photos, then give photos back.
That's right.
And she said she had to follow the rules, so I don't think she would destroy evidence.
Sheesh.
Looks like we've got no choice but to believe that.
Cause Atua is watching over us.
It's important to believe. Atua only shows mercy to those who believe. Kaede, I know you're worried, but you can trust me. We just have to be patient.
No.
That's not all I'm worried about. I thought this whole thing would be over once we exposed the mastermind. But now we're just in a bigger mess. A mess we have to see through to the end. Yeah, don't stop believing.
Hey,
Kaede, I have a proposal for you.
is that all right?
If it's alright with you, could we keep working together during the trial? Like we're doing now?
Huh?
Shuichi,
I'm...
I know I'm just an apprentice, but I think I can help you as a detective. No, I want to help you.
Shuichi.
Of course. With you at my side, it'll be like having 100 people helping me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kaede. Hey, so I don't care about this mushy stuff, so let's get started already. And try to take this seriously, okay? Our lives are on the line.
Actually,
It takes a lot of mental power to say something like that so cheerfully.
what do you
They're bonding. I know, they're so cute. Kill the boy. Kokichi? I read all the Sherlock Holmes books. Before we start, I'd like to suggest that we not investigate by ourselves.
Why?
Huh? Why?
In other words.
If we let the culprit work by themselves, they might try and destroy evidence, right? Hello there, Blue Spider. Welcome back to the stream. How are we today? We're good. We found out a mommy is dead. So that's not ideal. But we're trying to figure it out. We're orphans now. No, we still have Monokuma. He's our papa. I'm not gonna say daddy. He's our papa. Oh, you're right. Since the culprit is one of us. If each of us watches the other, no one will be able to hide any evidence.
My apologies.
Rip Brantaro Amami, the ultimate, number 5 student in the game and number 25 overall. Okay, that's his ranking. I do not intend to offer a suggestion that would further arouse suspicion, but...
Logical.
No, that's logical. Please speak your mind, Karumi.
That's right.
It's not something you should be proud to say, but I guess we don't have a choice. After all, if we don't find out who the culprit is, we'll all be killed. Not the highest on the cast of this game. High on the story, though. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we have to do it. Once we expose the mastermind, we'll be able to escape. It's that easy, right? We can definitely do it. Investigation start. I'm sending Danganronpa 2. Okay. Alright. I guess we'll start with the characters and work around the room. Let's start with Ryoma. Well, if you're the ultimate detective, then you got your eyes on the culprit, right?
Huh?
What?
I'll leave it to you.
Tell me who you think the culprit is. I don't mind if it's just an educated guess. Oh, I want to know too.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I can't say anything yet. Okay, so you weren't a fan of the writing, but you did like the characters. I will say, I'm definitely a fan of the characters in 2. The writing, I've only played through it the one time. I enjoyed it.
Not.
I know the third case was weaker, but I guess for the murderer's Makoto. Dang, you nailed it again, Blue Spider. But there's someone you're a little bit suspicious of, right? No, there's gotta be.
Huh?
Jeez.
But you're afraid of that. You're afraid of suspecting someone, aren't you? That's how it looks to me. But with things the way they are, wouldn't it be better for you to suspect others more? And let me just warn you. The way the world works is that those who speak win. The truth can be easily twisted. I mean, he's right. He must have played other Danganronpa games. The characters who talk the biggest game tend to fall under the radar longer. It's the quiet ones you gotta be careful of. In order to fix a twisted truth, you need something even more powerful.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Be careful.
Rest wasn't bad, but the Funhouse, oof. Yeah, Funhouse was a lot. Like Ryoma more, okay. I mean that testimonies without evidence are powerless. Be careful. Fourth case ruined Akane. I mean, Akane didn't have too much else going on, if I'm being honest. The truth can be twisted into a lie. Yes. Mikon's freak out in third case was top tier. I mean, it was a lot. Have you forgiven her yet? Mikon? Yeah, like, I have no ill will towards Mikon. Mikon is just, like, bizarre. Like, she's just in the tier of just, like, weirdo characters at this point. Just forgive me already. Why did the culprit not step forward and take advantage of the first blood perk?
Huh?
What?
Then.
The culprit must have killed to survive, so it is odd that they would not step forward. True, I wonder what that means.
That's true.
I can think of several possibilities, but the worst case scenario is the culprit's objective wasn't to survive, it was to kill everyone here. But then why didn't they just let the timer run out?
Huh?
Everyone?
That is correct.
That would explain why they would forego their survival in favor of a class trial. But doesn't that seem like a bit of a stretch to you?
Do you agree?
Well, if the culprit is also the mastermind, then it's certainly plausible.
Yeah.
Because they would die too. Like, yeah, I guess they do get away this way. They just really wanted to kill everybody on their way out the door, I guess. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Well, true. Killing us all does seem like something the mastermind would do.
Yeah.
So we cannot lose this fight. Even on this uncharted path, we must find our way. Man, Kurumi is so cool. Okay, there's nothing else over here, but let's go to Tsumugi. I don't know who killed Rantaro, but it's Monokuma's fault it happened. Because he pressured us. This happened. That motive he gave us is part of it, and so is that strange music.
Terrible.
He played that music at such a high volume to make us feel sick and want to kill.
Okay.
It was awful. I thought I'd go crazy.
I can't believe
I bet someone felt pressured by that and killed Rantaro. It's all Monokuma's fault. Oh yeah, the unsettling music. It took me a second. I was like, music? Oh, right. Yes. Anyway, we have to stop the mastermind, so this is the last murder that ever happens here. I'm quoting her on that one. I'm gonna hold her to that. We just have to. Ooh, promotional video background music has been added. Curious how that's gonna come back around, but okay. Mew!
Trashy skank.
Don't talk to me, crotch itch. I'm fucking busy. Mew continued ignoring us while she fiddled with a controller.
Huh?
What's that controller for?
Ah.
Dun 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 dun! It's a prone. Prone? I don't mean to butt into the conversation, but don't you mean drone?
Actually.
If it was a prone, it'd team up with the rest of the Ganglion Alliance to destroy humanity. I have no idea what she's talking about.
Then
Wait a second. The controller is... Now you're getting it, ditchies. She laughed obnoxiously and pointed her finger upward. Ha!
Feast your eyes on the latest creation from the gorgeous girl genius, Miu Iruma. It's a drone.
Prone, drome. Tsumugi, nobody gets your references.
I told you that's a drone. If it was a drone, would it be leading a pack the vicious monsters.
I don't get it.
When did we have time to make this?
I got bored after I made those cameras you asked for, so I modified this RC plane. I even decked it out with a camera so it'll take perfect aerial photographs.
It's a foam, a dome, a Rome.
There, I'll use the photos as a reference to draft a floor plan to help the investigation. This way, I get out of having to do any actual investigative legwork.
I mean, she is being helpful. It's hard for me to falter on that one, but still. Drafting a floor plan with photos? That's amazing. I'm sure this will help with the investigation.
Out of my way!
The only problem is I'm not used to operating a drone and taking pictures with it.
Jeez.
You shouldn't be proud of that. And if you don't hurry, the investigation will end soon.
Bitch!
I can't do shit about that, so just calm your tiny tits and shut up.
Oh, jeez.
Shut up, you! My chest is way better than your nasty cow udders. Wow, this is getting nasty now. Oh. Oh, Muse, just like, oh, if anybody shows the slightest bit of conflict towards me and fights back, I just shrivel like a little violet.
What did I do?
Udders? Udders?
Actually,
You're a bit wimpy when someone stands up to you, huh? You're actually a complete wuss. I mean, Samuki kinda nail on the head there. Hello, prone, drone, foam, Rome. Hey Kaide, do you remember what we saw when we came in here?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember. We saw the moving bookcase close on its own, right? No one even touched it, so how did that happen? Actually, it has to do with how the bookcase works. Closes on its own. Shuichi moved the bookcase to reveal the hidden door. Ramble, 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 ramble.
Is that all right?
Take a look at this. If I let go of the bookcase. He let go of the bookcase, and after waiting for a bit... Oh! It closed on its own! The bookcase is set up like an automatic door. It closes after a period of time. It makes perfect sense when you think about it. If it didn't close on its own, you wouldn't be able to put the bookcase back after you went inside.
I see.
I see. The bookcase has to close on its own once you go through the hidden door. Or if you just open it. That would probably work as well. Moving bookcase has been added. It's magic. But wait, if the bookcase closes itself after you enter the hidden door... Oh, maybe the reason why the bookcase closed itself was because the mastermind was hiding just past the hidden door.
You're right.
After killing Rantaro, they ran through the hidden door. It certainly is possible. Let's check that now.
Huh?
Huh? How do we check it?
Remember.
The dust on the card reader, remember? Shuichi moved the bookcase again to reveal the hidden door once more. They're getting their money's worth out of this animation.
Then...
Alright, let's see. We leaned in to get a closer look at the gap of the card reader.
Huh?
Huh? The dust is still there.
You're right.
It looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here. What if the mastermind replaced the dust after they used the card reader?
No.
No, I remember exactly where I put the dust. This hasn't been moved at all.
Okay.
I think it's safe to assume the mastermind did not go through this door. Dust definitely fell, if not, it's anime plot armor. That's been known to happen. Not too much in this game, but... Then the one who moved the moving bookcase at the time was... Rantaro himself?
No.
I can't say for sure. We'll know more once we get the pictures back. There's a chance that someone else was hiding here. Card reader dust.
I see.
Well, I still think the mastermind is the culprit. So we just need to find the clues that can connect us to the mastermind. We'll end the killing game that way too. But why would the mastermind want to kill you all at once? Like, we know through previous Danganronpa games is like, if they just wanted to kill everybody all at once, they could have just done that. What do they gain out of this? What's their angle here? Kaede, I think you're a little off on this one. Alright, can we move over to the, thank you, near the body. That's where I want to go. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you this, but shouldn't we investigate Rantaro's body? Yes, if we want to find clues, we have to. But if it's too much for you, Kaede, you don't have to, okay?
No.
No, it's fine. I can do it. My mind was set and I started to walk toward Rantaro's body. Okay. The last time I saw Rantaro, he was alive and well. Poke, poke, poke with a stick. Why did Rantaro die here?
Huh?
What do you mean, die here?
Remember,
I mean, if Rantaro was the one who moved the bookcase, that would mean he came all the way over here after the bookcase opened. He moved away from the hidden door to this spot. Why would he do that? Is that Rantaro or Guac? Ugh. Chips, anyone? Anyone for Dennis? There's no trace of his body being moved. It doesn't add up. Somebody was showing him the door. Somebody showed him the door. There was another person here. They showed him the door and then... It's the only thing I can think of. Smashed avocado. Oh.
are you okay?
Are you okay? You've gone pale. Although I guess that's normal. We have to investigate a body after all. The body of someone who was alive and talking to us just a little while ago.
No.
It's okay, really. We just have to do our best. Not just for Rantaro's sake, but also so we can avenge him. And so we can protect everyone else. We have to defeat the mastermind who's orchestrating this whole thing.
Hey,
Kaede, I'll help you in any way I can. I'll support you for this investigation. I am sort of a detective, after all.
Jeez.
Sort of. You are a detective, remember? Oh, right. I'm confident in his abilities already. Okay, so we... Ooh. That's where it fell. So it had to have been put there after the fact because that was the part where Kaede was organizing it. Ask if she wants a hug because you like warm hugs. That makes them laugh somewhat. Oh no, it's not the whole like, hey, where's my hug thing. Okay, I can't look at that? Really? It won't even let me look at the splatters. Dang. Okay, let's look at the shot put. Bloody shot put ball is on the ground.
could it be?
This shot put ball. Could it be?
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely came from the warehouse on the first floor. It's an Olaf joke. Okay. There's blood all over it. That's the burner weapon, right? I don't see anything else that could have been used.
You're right.
In summer. The shot itself is heavy. You'd have to be fairly strong to use it as a weapon. Fairly strong, huh? Just seeing if there's any other clickables aside from the body, but it doesn't look like that is the case. Alright. Let's look at the boy. I know we need to examine his body, but I'm not sure where to start.
Leave it to me.
It's okay. I can do it. Shuichi showed no hesitation as he began to examine Rantaro's body. Blood is looking more red than usual. That is, like, less pinky. It's usually more pinky. There's blood on the back of his head. Looks like a pretty deep wound. It's consistent with blunt force trauma. I don't see any other injuries. The Monokuma file is accurate. This must be the fatal wound. So, we can trust the Monokuma file?
Okay.
Yes. For now. Shuichi then stuck his hand into Rantaro's pocket.
Huh?
Wait, what are you doing? I'm looking for his wallet. What does it look like I'm doing? See if he had any cash. So we have Pinky and Brain matter. Oh. I'm checking what he has on his person. There might be a clue. If we're going to do this, we have to be thorough. I told you I would support you after all. How can you say that with so much confidence? Come on, Kaide. Pull yourself together. Rantaro had this in his possession, the key to his room and the student handbook monopad. The monopad is definitely his, and it's exactly the same model as ours. No. He's trying to do his job. He's just like, I barely know what I'm doing, but I've seen them do this on TV. I'll be a bra and support you all the way, Kaide. With both hands. And Kaito was like, I was about to say that! He didn't have a card key on him?
Could it be?
That's what I was thinking, but he didn't have it. Then Rantaro really wasn't the mastermind. Degenerate pervert strikes again. If he was the mastermind, he wouldn't have come here without a key card. Oh yeah, I forgot about the hand bra in Danganronpa 1, because I saw that and I was like, what? Bold fashion choice, but okay. So with what we know now, that is the most likely possibility. Why was Rantaro here if he wasn't the mastermind? Hand bra? Yeah! Oh. Yeah, Olaf, you weren't here yet, but yes, there was an item you could get, like from the Gashapon machine that was just like a bra, like with hands, as like the cups, so to speak. You never saw anybody wearing it, but it was just like, it had the pixel art of it and it was very strange. All people in baseball caps are pervs, apparently. Rantaro's belongings have been added.
Are you okay?
Kaide, are you okay? We've finished investigating the body. Let's get out of here for now, okay?
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yamcha played baseball, just saying. Something is bothering me. Why did Rantaro come to the library? It seems likely that he is not the mastermind. What reason did he have for coming here? I'm guessing it had something to do with what Rantaro mentioned earlier. It's not about outfoxing everyone in this killing game, it's about ending the game itself. That's the real goal. Ending the game itself.
Could it be?
Then it's possible he noticed the hidden door in the library, just like we did. Just saying.
Huh?
What? He might have come to the same conclusion we did, that the mastermind would come here. You mean he had the same idea as us? No way. He should have told us. I mean, you guys kept it a secret too, so I mean, we can't really go pointing fingers on this one. We could have worked together. I collapsed to the floor, crushed by the weight of my frustration.
No.
No, he probably couldn't risk telling us. Like you said, he was suspicious of everyone. I have you, Kaide, but Rantaro didn't have anyone he could trust. That might have been the only difference between me and him. As he said that, he offered me a hand. I took his hand and he firmly pulled me to my feet. They're getting real close now. Ooh, ooh.
Remember.
Kaide, let's go. We can't waste time now. You're not going to give up, right? You're going to save everyone.
Yeah.
Shuichi. He's right. I can't give up now.
Shuichi.
Thanks. I feel like I can rely on you even more. Huh? Shuichi's right. We can't give up until it's over. I can't stay depressed forever. I have to help everyone get out of here. We have to continue the investigation. We gotta find the mastermind. I would have to spend time with him for an intimate event like this. They're bonding already. Alright, I think that's it. The monitor being off is interesting. The time limit to start the killing game had almost expired, but then the countdown stopped and that obnoxious noise went away too. I wonder what would have happened if the time limit had expired. The globe? Detective and main character flirting. Well, it's like Danganronpa 1 all over again. Except, yes! Haha! Haha, just as I said that. Except with, Kyoko, it was a very different kind of flirting. It's a mysterious globe, but I don't think it has anything to do with this incident. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. I feel like I'm missing something. I should investigate more. Ooh. The vent is open. I was the one who took off the grate and left it in the duct. And we were keeping watch in the classroom this vent leads to. I don't think the culprit came in or out through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Kyoko's strange way of flirting. That's Kyoko. She does things her own way. No, I think that is absolutely evidence because of that little gap where the ball was. You think that's strange? Okay, so was that it? No. Okay, there is more. I guess we'll look at the moving bookcase. You can slap. Oh, I can slap the books. Okay, once I'm done this, I'm gonna slap these books. The moving bookcase is closed right now, so the hidden door is currently out of sight. You guys set up a security sensor on top of this bookcase, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it should still be there. Let me check. Shuichi climbed up the ladder and looked on top of the moving bookcase.
Remember.
It's still here. I should take it down now. Removing it is fine, but won't your receiver go off when you move it?
No.
No, it's alright. I turned the receiver off. You can turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure to switch it off on the way down here. Why would you do that, though? Why would you do that? That's a silly thing to do. Why would you do that, Shuichi? I thought the mastermind could still be inside and I didn't want to alert them.
I see.
Okay. So my first thought was, that's a stupid thing to do. Sasichi. I know, I was like, Shuichi, my boy, why? I see. Smart thinking. Receiver on Shuichi has been added. Okay. Yes! Slap those books. I'm cleaning up. You can call me the librarian. Look at that. I'm gonna make this look like a whole new library when I'm done with it. I was curious if any of those up there did anything. Okay, the ladder. Just seeing if there's any more. Oh, but look at that, guys. It looks great. Aside from the moss and the roots on the ground, it looks great. Destroying evidence. She's tampering with the crime scene. Only because it's fun. No, I can't. Oh, there was more. Whew. Guys, I almost missed some books. That was a close call. Oh, there's still more. Smoogie, Mew, moving bookcase. I guess talk to Shuichi?
Shuichi,
Hey, Shuichi, I need some advice. What do you think we should check first? I think I was probably supposed to talk to him first before I looked at literally everything else. I destroyed the bloody books. I was cleaning. I'm thinking about it too, but since you're a detective, you might know more than me.
That's true.
What we should check first. The areas where we place the cameras have changed in any way, like the bookcases, the vent. I feel like there might be clues around there. I see.
If I remember correctly,
Also, I think there might be clues around Rantaro's body. It might be hard to do, but...
well,
And finally, we need to hear from everyone here. One of them might have noticed something we missed.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Shuichi.
okay.
It's no problem at all. I hope I can be of some use. So I think that's it? No, okay. So that was near the body. Moving ladder. Moving ladder I used to reorganize the books on top of the bookcases. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Okay. It's new. What am I missing? I know it's, where the cameras were. But... front bookcase. Here we go. I already did the globe, and they said, it's just an ordinary globe, I guess. Tons of books are crammed into the bookcase and arranged in various stacks on top. It doesn't seem as if anything has changed since we set up the cameras. Oh, here we go.
Remember.
The books that you stacked up haven't moved.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the ones I stacked to keep people from going through the vent? Yeah, those have been left alone. Globe's just a Venn diagram of people Makoto wants to kill. Stacked books has been added. More! Oh dang, what am I missing? I have to say, I miss a scanning thing. I keep instinctively hitting tab, just being like, okay, what clickables have I not clicked on yet? But I looked near the body, I thought. Let me just check again. Like, I mean, there's things here I wish were clickable, and they're not. Ooh, can't touch any of these. F1 for controls. There is a scan. Oh. No. School rules. Nope. And F1 brings you to the menu. So that's the... Okay, no, that's not controls. It'd be under options, maybe? Shooter. Yeah, I don't know what the, that's the map. Need to find the controls to look up how to find the controls. I've got most of it. It's just... I know it's not caps lock. Enter. It's enter? Huh. Thank you, Qua. I never would have guessed it was enter. Wow. That's... I guess I gotta go to the glowies? Yeah, tell me about the body. Yeah, what do the little glowies mean? It's caked with blood. There's no doubt it was the murder weapon. Alright, okay, yeah, let's try it on this. I never would have guessed it was enter. There we go. Did near the body, we did the ladder, we did the globe, the vent, the bookcase. Press enter to enter scanning mode. Yeah, like, it feels like a very obvious move, and, like, I feel silly that I didn't try that, but I'm used to the controls for that being on one side of the keyboard and not the other side of the keyboard. Okay, so I talked to them. I saw the moving bookcase. I looked near the body. I looked at the globe. What, the doors? Oh, I do have to look at the doors, don't I? It's the front door that leads directly to the basement stairs. We went through the door before we discovered Rantaro's body. We entered the library through here with Kaito and Tenko.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw the moving bookcase close, and then we ran over. And then when we ran over,
That's true.
we found Rantaro's body behind that bookcase. All the buttons you need to play were on the left. Yeah, I'm used to them being on the left, and now it's like, it's enter. It's like, oh, that's all the way over here. I wonder if Rantaro entered through the same door as we did. Maybe the mastermind did too.
That's...
When we see the pictures after the Monokub's development, that will be clear. I guess all he can do is wait. Now we have to look at the other doors. This is the rear door. It's the furthest door from the stairs, and it leads to the hallway. By the way, this is a sliding door. See? It opens when you slide it. Might need to look closer at the body. Forget if there's some other stuff. Okay, well, I clicked on it, and he's just like, here's the rundown of the body. But I'll check it one more time if this isn't it.
Okay.
Yes, I saw that. Do you think Rantaro entered through this door? I can't say for sure until we get those pictures back from the Monokubs. You're right. We'll just have to wait. Okay, it's said it's enough. Kaide, I think we've investigated the entire library now. But we still don't know anything yet. I feel like we didn't get any closer to the mastermind.
You're right.
The most important piece of evidence will be those photos. Once we get those. But then again, we can't just say that and do nothing. Let's keep investigating what we can. Keep investigating?
That's true.
Yes, I think we should collect alibis. We need to verify where everyone was during the time frame when Rantaro was killed.
I see.
If that's the case, then who should we question? Yeah, the mysterious gang of misfits that all went downstairs together. The 6 people that went down to the basement with Rantaro. Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Anji, and Himiko. Let's talk to them first. The Sinister 6. They should have been in the game room along with Rantaro. Let's ask them about what happened there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go find them. For now, let's head to the game room. Alright. Rantaro is Spider-Man! Somebody quick get pictures for J. Jonah Jameson. I'll jumped him in a shop, but just happened to fall on his head. Just a complete accident. Wait, before we get started. What? Nope. I need to clean up. Okay, is that it? Oh, I thought there was more. Ooh, okay. Wait, that's a broken screen. Anyway. I don't know, it just happened. The ultimate Spider-Man. Oh. Alright, so Maki's here. Maki wasn't part of the group, was she? Oh yeah, here we go. Maki, you were in the game room when Rantaro was killed, right?
Hey.
What were you doing down here? Rantaro was with you, right?
Hey.
Am I a suspect? Oh, no, that's not what I meant. You should suspect me. In fact, you should be suspicious of everyone.
Huh?
Huh?
Because.
Someone got killed right after we all gathered here. The timing is too perfect. Then again, with the time limit so close to expiring, maybe that's why it happened.
You don't know?
So trust no one, Kaede, or you'll lose. Got it? I can't get a read on Maki at all. She just saw a dead body, yet she's perfectly calm. It's hard to imagine her as the ultimate child caregiver.
But
why were you all here in the first place? It was Kaito's idea. He suddenly wanted to hold a strategy meeting and gathered us together. He said we should confront Monokuma once the time limit expires.
I don't understand.
And he picked the 7 people he thought would be useful in a fight. I mean, yeah, Gonta, Tenko. But I guess, like, magic? I guess? The ultimate child caregiver has a deep tragic past, like she saw a child die or something. Oh, that'd be so sad. I do kind of like Maki. Maki's got an interesting look to her. I like her. 7 people. Kaito, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Himiko, Anji, and Rentaro. But, I'm not sure those 7 would all be useful in a fight, though.
I see.
Maki is best. I do like Maki. I like her look. I like her. Kaito thought Himiko's magic and Anji's connection to Atua would be useful.
Huh?
But what about you, Maki? Why did he also pick the ultimate child caregiver?
This is stupid.
He just looked at me and said, yeah, you probably know how to fight. That's it? Jeez, that does sound like something Kaito would do, though. 2 overall in the series. Interesting. I do like her. Gonta was with Rantaro, he could have been able to catch the ball. He would have. Like, I think I even said last session where I was like, who was behind it? And it's like, well, who's capable of throwing a shot put ball that high and that hard? Gonta's probably on that list. I don't want to suspect him because he's an angel. You look like you can square up. So that's a good pick, Blue.
but
I do like Maki. I don't know anything about her yet, but I like her. She's interesting. But why have a strategy meeting in the game room in the basement?
I don't know.
Beats me. Maybe Kaito figured it would be harder for Monokuma to find us here. In other words, it was just a coincidence? And what was Rentaro doing at the time? Was he in the strategy meeting with you?
That's true.
He was, at first. But then he excused himself to go to the bathroom and left on his own. Gonta would just squeeze him until his head popped off. Oh, I mean, he could. Gonta squeeze! No. Kaito and Tenko went looking for him so we could finish the meeting before time expired. That must have happened around... Oh yeah, bear hug! You know what? Gonta would accidentally kill somebody with a bear hug. I believe that. Gentlemen, give hug! Gonta, no! Huh? What are you guys doing here? Well, never mind. Your timing's perfect. You should join our strategy meeting. Kaede is definitely welcome to join. Gentlemen don't crush their friends. No, but he's still learning. He's still learning. He was raised in the jungle. I was like, woods? Jungle? Then did the 4 of you just wait in the game room the whole time?
Nope.
Anji, Himiko, and I were the only ones who stayed behind. Gonta never joined us.
Huh?
Huh? Gonta wasn't with you guys? Gonta did arrive, but then he left and locked himself in the AV room in the back. Huh. Gentlemen, save you from choking. He was in the AV room by himself?
Ew.
Suspicious behavior, isn't it? The other 2 felt the same way. What other 2?
Like I'd know.
Why don't you go to the AV room? They're probably still there. Maki's account. Okay. Ooh, leveled up. Oh, there's still things I need to investigate. I guess Shuichi? It looks like she's in the back. Let's try talking to her. Was he watching back there, I wonder? Sliding door.
Shuichi.
Hey, Shuichi, the AV room is that room in the back, right?
could it be?
Gentlemen don't stab friends in the shower. Kaede, have you never been in there before?
Yeah.
Nope, not yet. Anyway, let's go. Let's investigate. Ooh. This is very nice.
Wait!
Wait, going to not murder anyone.
Come on, man.
I told you, we're not saying you did. We just want to talk.
No.
No, it's him all right. He's got the face of a killer.
No way!
No judge going to by his outside. On inside, going to gentleman.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on here?
Ah.
Oh, hey there, Kaide. We're just trying to ask him. Nah, just tell us why you're still just tell us why we're still asking nicely. Are you or are you not the culprit?
meh?
I just want to talk to you, man, while holding a bat. Or are you not the culprit? Are you not the culprit? Himiko, you're just gonna confuse the poor man. Going to no. It's just been this over and over. We can't move forward at all. I think your questions are the problem. Then I'll change the question. Timmy buys 5 strawberries for 50 cents each and 1 apple. That's totally off topic, Himiko. Do your own math homework. Yeah, I know. If Gonta says he didn't do it, I believe him. I'm sorry. His word is fact. I'm not gonna distrust my boy Gonta. Gonta's the best. I've only known Gonta for a day, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everybody else in this room and then myself. Not Gonta. I'm not being serious, by the way. That is a Brooklyn Nine-Nine reference. We will never use such a math problem in real life. You buy 20 pounds of strawberries. That's a lot of strawberries. He's a precious gentleman. He needs to be protected at all costs. Hey, Gonta, I talked to Maki earlier. You were in the basement AV room alone the whole time, right? But what were you doing here alone? Gonta happy to be invited to meeting, but Gonta think he not be much help cause he not smart.
Bugs are.
So Gonta in here alone watching Bug movie. Is he watching A Bug's Life? Is he watching A Bug's Life? Oh, Olaf, you may have called it. Yeah, like it'd be like somebody was about to and Gonta caught them. Bug movie? He's watching A Bug's Life. He's watching the Bee movie. He's watching the Bee movie, guys. Ants. I was wondering ants as well. Everybody's saying ants. What? How does that help?
Honest.
Who watches the Bee movie on purpose? Jerry Seinfeld does. He just loves Woody Allen. Yeah, he likes Annie Hall. He loves Woody Allen movies. Bug movie fill Gonta with fight. Make Gonta ready to fight Monokuma.
I see.
So it helps you fight. Okay, sure. You do you, Gonta.
But you know.
But why was it locked?
Huh?
What was locked?
With my magic.
If you don't answer honestly, I'll change you into a girl with my magic. Huh? Gonta no can become girl Gonta, then Gonta never become gentleman. Hey there. There are lady gentlemen. That is a thing.
Jeez.
Himiko, can you just shut up for a second? You're making this harder than it needs to be.
Is that alright?
Tenko busts in the door and is like, did somebody threaten Himiko? Cause I will fight them with my Neo Aikido. Gonta, can you tell us what happened next?
Gonta.
Yeah, wow, Kaide. Kaide is just like zero fuck. She's like, if you keep messing with my boy Gonta, I'm gonna throw hands. You should have seen me beat up all those books in the library. I will fight you, little girl. Gentlemen don't tell friends to shut up. Kaide is not a gentleman. Kaide is just Kaide. Gonta just need focus. If Gonta no focus, Gonta no can fill up with fight.
Honest.
That it? Really? Gonta just want to protect everyone. But you guys not gonna believe Gonta, huh? Cause Gonta's so big and scary looking, huh?
Whoa!
Calm down, you're making a really scary face.
How can this be?
Cause Gonta feels so useless. Oh, Gonta! After hearing his story, I can see why people would suspect him. But I wonder what really happened. Could he actually be the mastermind?
That's true.
Kaide, let's investigate this room a little more. We also need to verify Gonta's alibi. Yeah, you're right. There is a door. Where does that go? I'm just gonna go around the room real quick. The culprit is definitely Gonta. He's suspicious no matter how you look at it.
No.
No, it's still too early to determine that. There are a lot of things to consider. Nah, really? Even so, it's definitely Gonta. He's suspicious no matter how you look at it. No. Why don't you help investigate before you decide that, Himiko?
What a pain.
Calling it. Now Dangan is gonna pull an FU card and say, you are the mastermind. The shelves on the left aren't helpful with the investigation, but I require you to select it. Alright. Investigating is a pain. Gonta's suspicious no matter how you look at it.
Got it?
Like I said, you need to investigate before you can decide that. Hell, use your magic for all I care. She's sweating now.
It's impossible.
Magic shouldn't be used like that. It'll lead to corruption. Oh, but threatening to turn Gonta into a woman, that's... I don't think so.
Jeez.
Then stop being so lazy and put some actual effort into solving this. Okay, you said the shelves on the left? Ooh, video rack. Ooh, what DVDs do they have here? What do they have? What do they have? Gonta as a woman. Man, Gonta as a woman would be just... I don't know if I could handle that. I don't know if I could handle female Gonta. That might be too much for me. Female Gonta. The best movies. Gonta as a woman is just Sakura. Yeah, both are pure. That's true. Yeah, both Gonta and Sakura are both pure angels who did nothing wrong. So, Sakura was smart, yes. She was a smart lady. Pure angel, did nothing wrong ever in her life. There are a lot of movies crammed into the bookcase. Ooh, The Legend of 1900. I've always wanted to see this film.
That's...
The one with the pianist that has eyes like a dead fish, right? Is that like... It's supposed to be Adrian Brody? This film won awards for its phenomenal music. US audiences were moved to tears.
Really?
Well, Americans do tend to get emotional.
Huh?
What else do they have here? I grabbed a movie at random and the case was covered with pictures of naked men and women. Okay. Find any movies over there? Oh, nothing suspicious over here. Let's go look somewhere else.
What happened?
What's wrong? Did you see something? There we go.
Wrong.
This is the conversation I've been waiting for. That's good evidence. I said it's nothing. There's nothing here but a bunch of movies. I mean movies.
Wait!
Kaide, you're panicking. It's okay if you found a clue, you can tell me. Here, let me look. No! Don't come over here. Couple minutes later, we were both looking down at the floor with beet red faces. I need to watch this later for evidence. I told you.
Sorry.
Let's investigate something else. She's trying to keep him pure. I think Kaide's pretty pure as well. The two of them are cute. Alright, so we talked to Himiko, let's talk to Kaito.
Damn.
Jeez, I can't believe that happened right next door to our strategy meeting.
Hey,
Kaito, can you tell me more about this strategy meeting of yours? You gathered everyone to meet in the basement, right? What? Am I one of your suspects now? No, that's not what I'm... Big bosomed ladies, number 32. Yep, just two good old friends stumbling onto some provocative evidence. Nah, it's natural that you're suspicious of me.
Of course.
But I'm not the culprit, I swear it on the universe.
Got it.
I've got nothing to hide, so you can ask me anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
Like, ask me what type of girl I'm into. Hey, Kaide. I really like blondes, Kaide. Well, now that we have the chance, let's look back at the entire incident together. Probably not. I'm gonna think no. But I could be wrong. Kaito went to the scene with us, so he might have noticed something we missed.
Got it.
Yeah, that's 100% the vibes I get from Kaito. He's trying to, like, really show off for Kaide. Alright then, where should we start? Well, after Kaide and I set up the cameras, we were keeping watch from the classroom. Some time passed, and then we saw you guys go down to the basement.
Hey,
When did you start asking people to go with you?
So
I don't remember the exact time, but I asked them one by one, and we all went there together. Is it the same voice actor? Okay. Oh, I think somebody may have mentioned that in one of the previous streams. Man, somebody's been typecast as the simp.
okay.
That's when we saw you. You, Gonta, Maki, Tenko, Anji, Himiko, and Rentaro.
you know,
Now that I think about it, the monitors started going off just before that. That creepy music made it hard to keep the strategy meeting going. I want to confirm what you've told me so far. Everyone went to the game room for this meeting, and no one went to the library, right? Soda and Kaito are simping over protagonist and princess. I see a pattern. I mean, I guess it would be like, if they were keeping the trend, he'd be going after Mono Fanny, but that would be like a little... It'd be funny, but kind of weird. Yeah, we went straight to the game room, but right after we went inside. Gonta went into the AV room and wouldn't come out. Yeah, Maki told me about that.
so
After that, during the meeting, Rentaro left to go to the bathroom. But we thought it'd be bad if the meeting stopped, so me and Tenko went to go get him back. And that's when we met up with you guys.
Okay.
We had gone down to the basement because the security sensor receiver went off.
yeah.
And right when I was about to open the library door, you guys called out to us. So after you and Tenko left the game room, Himiko and Maki were still there, right?
got it.
Yeah, I can guarantee it.
But you know,
However, I can't guarantee that Gonta was in here the whole time.
I see.
I see. So we can't confirm Gonta's alibi yet.
Hey,
Library's rear entrance is at the end of the hallway, correct? Did you see anyone there?
that's right.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I'm sure I would have noticed if someone was there.
Jeez.
Then I opened the door to the library with you guys and found Rantaro's dead body. That's just about how it went. We didn't learn any new information, though.
Come on, man.
So I'm not cleared of suspicion yet, huh?
no.
Don't worry, you're not a likely suspect.
Dumbass.
Hey, that's not something a detective should say. He's kinda right. What?
Listen up.
If you suspect me, you better pursue it to the end. Investigate until you're satisfied. If you don't do that, you'll never reach the truth. Rantaro will have died for no reason.
Got it.
This is where you need to let your ultimate talent shine. Hold off on Kaido because we're still... Yeah, like, I imagine characters are gonna go through some changes. But, yes. Shuichi.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you notice something or remember anything, let us know.
Of course.
Well, I'm not planning on leaving it all to you guys. I'll investigate my own way. With who? We're supposed to be doing it in pairs. You gonna go with Himiko? Yes. Yes. I turned it on. Huh. It's a screen for the projector, but the projector's...
That's true.
If you roll up the screen, you could use it as a long pole of sorts. So what?
No.
I was just thinking that it could be used for something. Used how? Sometimes you say weird things, Shuichi. Must be a detective quirk of yours.
Okay.
You think so? Sorry, you can treat it as me talking to myself. I turned it on. Okay, can I select the projector? Here we go, video player. Video player for watching movies. There's no video inside, though. A weird poll. This doesn't have anything to do with the case. Really? Because I would argue it does. How about this video rack? Weird poll, weird poll. Let's just forget this ever happened and move on. Okay, we got a speaker. Those look nice. I bet this huge speaker produces some high-quality sound. But that's not relevant now. Okay. Poster bucket. There are some posters rolled up with rubber bands in a cylindrical bucket. Is this a movie poster? They're all the same, too. I took a poster out and unrolled it. Hey! Ultra Despair Girls 2, coming soon? It looks like a game, but I've never heard of it before. A high school girl with a megaphone and a serial killer. Sounds like some lame spin-off. I haven't played it yet, but I will. I will at some point. Is this one of Monokuma's pranks?
Yeah.
Probably. Okay, there's the... Okay, we got the video racks, got the screen, we got the player. Alright, door. Backsliding door. This door is different than the one we used to enter the game room. Is this connected to the hallway?
You're right.
It seems that way. Let's check.
Yeah.
I'm just making an adjustment here. Realized a bit of my microphone is obscuring my view. Where's Danganronpa 4 at, though? That's the real question. I tried to open it, but... Ka-chunk. Huh? That's weird. It doesn't open all the way. Looks like it wasn't installed right. I can only stick my arm through. I can see the hallway on the other side, but I suppose it's not possible to use this door. No. If it's Gonta, it doesn't matter if the door was stuck. But then it would have been off its hinges, right? He's strong enough to throw that super heavy manhole cover.
That's right.
Yeah, he could eat this door for breakfast.
Go to never do that?
Gonta not eat door for breakfast. Breakfast most important meal of any gentleman's day.
Okay.
I agree. Huh? You think Gonta could eat this door?
No.
No, not that. I mean, I don't think he did anything like that. Look at this.
Is that all right?
There's dust piled up on the railing of the door. The sliding door hasn't moved in a while. So then, he just forced his way through the gap. He's got mass! There's no way. That's not possible. There's maybe enough space for a baseball to fit through. I guess an arm could fit it through as well, if it were thin enough.
It's magic.
So then he probably used magic that makes you slim and keeps the fat off.
Wait!
This man and his dust. Summary of Chapter 1. Dust. Gonta's a cat. If the head fits, all body fits. That is true. Cats are magical for that. Gonta no can use magic.
Okay?
Oh, I can use magic. What is wrong with this girl? She eats bird seed, and these two never have anything important to say. There, now Kaede is starting to sound like a protagonist in a Danganronpa game where she's like, oh my god, I'm surrounded by utter morons. What the hell is happening? going to his baby boy. Yes! Hello, Agent Evie. Welcome to the stream. He is a lovely little angel boy who has done nothing wrong ever in his life. Himiko uses magic to kill Rantaro, I swear, or just please. Keep those two away from each other, your sanity level. My IQ drops just being in the same vicinity as them. I'm surrounded by idiots. I don't have Jeremy Irons' voice, but dang, I can try. Missed the introduction again? I guess? The VODs, I think, should still be up. I'm not sure, but this is very early game. This is case 1. So you're still in it very early. This is the second time I missed someone react to the start. I will be uploading this to YouTube in the next probably week or so. And it's connected to this account, so you can watch it that way. I know, the reactions to the characters right off the bat is like the best part. Himiko's so funny.
What's the matter?
Yes, yeah, stream time's usually 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. What's the matter, Shuichi?
No.
Nothing, just something I want to confirm. I'm going to try the sliding door one more time. As Shuichi peeked through the gap of the sliding door, he muttered,
I knew it.
"Thought so. Look, you can see the rear entrance to the library from here." This door and the rear entrance are located straight across from one another. So what?
That's...
I'm not sure if it matters yet, but it is a little concerning. Yeah, Agent, you're always welcome to drop by. And the VODs are always here too if you're just looking for, like, the reaction moments. The one from last week with the reveal of who the first body is. That got a reaction out of me, let me tell ya. I was not expecting a mommy. Concerning how? Oh, I didn't catch that. Flagpole joke in Danganronpa 1. Projector's a reference to the weird pole sticking up. Oh. Sliding door has been added. I think that's everything. It's just my idea. Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was like a proven thing in the materials. I think we've investigated everything here, too. Then what should we do next?
Hey!
For now, let's ask the others some questions. There are still people we haven't talked to. This would be done with if we had the pictures. We wouldn't have to waste our time like this. Rantaro, the ultimate unlucky student. Rantaro, the ultimate... We'd already know who the mastermind is. That's true, but we shouldn't wait around and do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, so we can head out of here. Yes, I would like to leave. Let's see, we've got Maki in here. Where is Anji hiding? The ultimate final... Oh, right, Tenko. Tenko! Oh, Tenko, I wanted to ask you something. We asked Tenko about what happened in the game room, but she only confirmed what Maki had told us and didn't provide any new information. I see.
That's right.
I knew it. Gonta would be the most suspicious since he locked himself in the AV room. Not to mention, he's also a male. The best lesbian. I mean, she's definitely very passionate. I will give her that. Are you submitting that as evidence?
Hey,
By the way, how's your investigation been going?
no.
I haven't done any investigating.
Huh?
What?
Degenerate male.
Hey, degenerate, don't give me that face. I've been doing something else. I've been watching Anji.
Huh?
Watching Anji?
Listen up.
We agreed to investigate with one other person, right? But Anji's just been wandering around alone.
I see.
Oh, so that's why you're with Anji. I don't want to suspect anyone either, but girls' lives are at stake here.
Okay.
For an investigation like this to work, we have to trust each other. Ooh, she does not look happy right now. Don't act all high and mighty with me, you two-faced degenerate.
No.
Sorry, that wasn't my intention. Alright, so, where is Anji then? Oh, there she is. She's praying to Atua.
Hey,
You're not gonna investigate Anji? Investigating is important, but I gotta say my prayers to Atua, too.
Amen.
Oh, Atua, please let Rantaro enter heaven safe and sound.
Hey,
Tenko, leave the second pure boy alone. He's trying his best. I know, Shuichi's a good boy, I think. Praise Atua. Praise Atua. Anji, that cute spawn of the devil. Man, Anji scares me. Like, legitimately, out of all these characters, she is the one who freaks me out the most. Anji scares me. I suppose a prayer couldn't hurt? Rantaro died in such a gruesome way. Would he be able to go to heaven in peace? It'd be nice if he could.
It'll be okay.
Don't worry, I'll pray hard. If I pray hard enough, I'll earn enough points to become a platinum disciple. Alright, it is a scam.
Huh?
Sounds like a credit card rewards program. The ultimate cultists. Yeah, I don't trust Anji. Okay, so I think that was everybody. Cult intensifies. Go into the library, I guess? Oh, upstairs. I shouldn't be going back to the library. I need to find the others I haven't talked to yet. That was everybody, wasn't it? Yeah, let's try going upstairs. Man, yeah, Anji scares me. Like, I think I may have said this last stream too. When I had kind of seen the character designs a little bit, like with no context. I had no idea who these characters were. I just knew they were from Danganronpa 3, and I remember seeing Anji's and going, oh, she is cute. And then I'm like playing it, it's like, oh, she's terrifying and scares me. Great. Okay. Oh, I guess we have to talk to everybody.
oh,
Oh, investigating together, are we? You two sure have gotten awfully chummy. Bayanara. Love all the characters in this game. I like them. Some of them are like I'm super suspicious of Kokichi. I do not trust this little boy at all. They all have different personalities that I like. Yeah, they are all very different, and I like that. It's something a little fresh. Because admittedly, Danganronpa 2 does have, in some ways, some overlap with Danganronpa 1, character type-wise, so this kind of feels a little fresher. Are you here alone, Kokichi? Yeah, why?
Jeez.
We all agreed to investigate with at least one other person.
was it?
Oh, did we? Well, just because we agreed doesn't mean we have to do it, right?
Hey,
Why would you do something that would make everyone suspicious of you?
Right?
Because I'm an evil supreme leader, remember? I'm supposed to be suspicious.
Is that
I
all right?
mean, I guess he's right. Clowning around with Kokichi. Automon didn't like you insulting. Oh, what did you say about Kokichi-kwa? That is weird, because, like, when Automon catches something, it usually gives me something on my end in the chat to show me such and such term has been removed from the comment or something. But I haven't been getting anything. Smile makes him look like a piece of shit. I mean, yes, you are 100% correct. Oh, man. Oh, Kokichi. Anyway, there's something I wanted to ask you. What were you doing at the time Rantaro was killed? Ooh, an interrogation from the ultimate detective himself? What a rare opportunity. We got all you got, a great lesbian, best buff boy, shy emo baby boy, dumb himbo, killer queen, mom, the worst person in existence. It is a good scarf. That's a damn good scarf. I'd say the scarf doesn't make up for his personality, but it's making a case. I'm guessing Kaito's the himbo. Just give that scarf a good yoink. Kaito's def the himbo. Yes. Such a himbo. I would eat him and still love his personality. Then I'll gladly answer. To tell you the truth, I was in the library smashing in Rantaro's head. Hey, quit screwing around and take this seriously.
Why?
Why? Do I really need to tell you guys what I was doing?
Huh?
What?
Because?
If I gave you honest answers now, it'd just make everything boring, right? Yeah, he is like the shit disturber side of Nagito, 100%. Like, Amami was sort of like the, ooh, I'm kind of up to something. But Kokichi is very much the whole like, haha, screw you, dickhead. I'm not telling you shit. Be ready for more of that. Fantastic. I love it, and I am also frustrated by it. It's the eternal struggle of liking the shit disturbers in Danganronpa. Things need to be interesting. I'd rather just tell you at the class trial. That would be way more fun. The trial's gonna be boring anyway since we'll have photo evidence.
Stop it.
What are you saying?
Anyway,
I'm just saying, this is a game. Let's have some fun with it.
that's wrong.
This isn't a game. Rantaro was murdered. At least know that he'll be making the game more dramatic. I mean, yeah. Like, that's the thing. For as much as I'm frustrated and that he's working against my best interests in the game, as a player, it's a fun bit of conflict. As a player, I have no conflict with Kokichi. I think he's hilarious. As, like, from Kaide's point of view, he's a little shit and he's gotta friggin' start playing as a team player, man. Where's the spear when you need one? If he isn't the killer this case. That's true. I saw something, but I won't tell you. All our lives are at stake.
How exciting.
Exactly, it's a game of life or death. I'm so excited. I want the class trial to start already. He just confessed, though. I guess? If that was actually just the confession, that'd be amazing. Is Kokichi actually enjoying this situation? The answer is yes. He is thoroughly enjoying this. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Not in the store, the dining hall. I don't think it's related to the case. Yeah, but if people are there... Okay. That's not true, because that's where the friggin' shop puts were being stored. The warehouse is absolutely a related place. Don't give me that. They're not related. Yes, they are. They are related. The school store. No, there's nothing in the store. I don't know. Are there people in the bathrooms? Are they upstairs? No. Alright, just the first floor. No. Okay. That was worth a shot. There's no one there. Hello. Outside? Let's look around the school building. Okay. Classroom? Oh yeah, because the vent. Okay. Why don't you believe him? In the classroom you were hiding it. Yes, I just got it. Kaide, Shuichi, I would like to ask you a question. You were on lookout inside this classroom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from here we could keep an eye on the basement, and it was close to the library, too.
You're right.
That's our alibi. We were both in this classroom when the murder occurred.
I see.
I see. Then the probability that you two committed the crime is extremely low. By the way, were you two together the entire time?
No.
No, I did leave for a bit to see what was happening in the basement. But besides that, we were together the whole time, until the receiver went off.
Yeah.
It was Kokichi who bashed Rentaro's skull open. Ah, he admitted it! Yeah, that's right.
Thank you very much.
I understand. Thank you very much. Lookout classroom has been added. Is that all you wanted to ask? Oh, may I ask you one more question? Specifically about that vent.
By the way,
Let's put it to a vote. It appears to be connected to this classroom. Ah, Kibo's figured it out. The air duct in the basement hallway leads to it. See, he's figuring out this whole detective thing. Kibo's figuring it out. Yes, I was also concerned about this vent. That's why we kept watch in the classroom.
That's right.
Because the culprit wouldn't be able to use this vent if we're in here on lookout.
that's right.
Under those circumstances, it would be difficult to sneak into the library from here.
Okay.
Kaide stacked up the books in front of the library vent as well. With those in the way, it would be even harder for someone to go in and out.
I'll commit that to my memory.
Really? I will be sure to save that important piece of information to my memory bank. Classroom vent has been added.
Thank you very much.
I hope my line of questioning has not offended either of you. It is necessary so that we may find the truth. Kibo, you totally sounded like a detective or a lawyer just now. Oh, maybe you were a detective or a lawyer in a past life. He's a robot. A past life? How could I have a past life when I'm not made of human components? This is very confused. Alright, Korikyo. Tell us something creepy. He never had a life. Oh. It's mean when you say it like that. Let me guess, you wish to hear my alibi, yes?
Huh?
Huh? How'd you know?
You see.
My appearance and actions thus far suggest I am someone who would commit a murder. Well, at least he is self-aware. So to briefly state the truth, when the body discovery announcement played, I was in the dining hall eating supper.
Ah,
The
yes.
other people there with me were Mew, Kurumi, and Tsumugi. The Monokubs prepared the meal for me. It was listed on the menu as pasta that tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake. Or some such. That is extremely specific. But okay. That pasta sounds depressing.
Do you understand?
That concludes my alibi. I do hope it can be of some help.
Hey.
And what about the people around you? Did you notice anything in particular?
Yes.
Ah, if there was something to note, it would be that Mew was tinkering with something or other. There was also a brief period of time where Tsumugi left to use the restroom. The restroom, huh? Interesting. One bowl of pasta, please, with extra grandma. But if I find any teeth in there, any dentures, I'm sending it back. Why not finish the investigation tonight? There's always tomorrow. That's true. Well, I was wondering, like, how much more investigating do we need to do? Well, Tsumugi is the ultimate cosplayer. She could have gone to the bathroom to secretly disguise herself as someone else. Someone else? But who?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll go talk to her. She should be at the crime scene in the library. There's more dialogue for this one because you're still learning who these people are. Okay. Alright. See, I figured it was like once we talked to everybody in that sense, like, we would just go to the case. Or, to the trial, I guess. But, wait. I almost forgot, guys. I'm just gonna have a compilation at the end of this. It's like every time Froggy just completely messes up the school. Just the utter menace that she is. Come on, where's the hitbox? Yes! Where is the hitbox on the desk? Space, so we haven't discovered much yet. We have and we haven't. But that's usually how the investigations in this game go. It's, you feel like you've got a decent grasp on it, and then like 50 new clues appear during the trial. Yeah, just searching for clues, that's all. Just flipping desks. No big deal. Oh, because I didn't talk to Kibo, I guess?
Hey.
Hey Kibo, what were you doing and where during the body discovery announcement? Ah, my alibi. Is he okay? Are you glitching right now?
Well,
No, I'm just searching for the right words. In all honesty, I was alone in my room, so I admit my alibi is not altogether reliable. So you don't have an alibi? But Ryoma said he was alone in his room too. Jeez, way to throw him under the bus. Huh? That was not my intention. But I see, both Kibo and Ryoma don't have an alibi. That means it's possible one of those two is the mastermind. Suicide mommy threw the ball into the air and stood under it. Oh no! It's got Google installed. Where was I when the announcement went off? Sponsored result. Am I under suspicion because I don't have an alibi?
No.
Kibo, don't Google spoilers. No, I won't suspect you just because you don't have an alibi.
Of course.
And I'm not saying that because you're a robot or anything. I'm not robophobic at all.
thank you very much.
Thank you very much, but you don't need to be so PC. Is that a robot computer software joke? You don't need to be so PC when talking to a robot. Oh, I hate it. Oh. Putting aside the thing about Tsumugi, now we know everyone's alibi. What about Kokichi?
No.
We don't need to ask him. He was definitely alone. Shuichi accidentally, like, shots fired right now. Just, oh, there's no way Kokichi was with anybody. Nobody likes him. She even has robot friends. Yeah, some of my best friends are robots. There's no way I'd suspect you. Don't worry about it, Kibo. Was cleaning vacuum. All the Roombas. I've got like 2 Roombas at home and I love them. I even named them. Everyone we talked to hadn't seen him, so no one would corroborate his alibi, right? That means he must have been alone.
I see.
Oh, you're right. I guess that's why you're the detective and I'm not. Alright, so I think we might call it here for tonight. This seems like a good spot because we just need to meet up with Tsumugi and get her side of things. Gonna give that one last save just for safety. Back to the green menu from hell. Yep, here we go. I can feel myself drifting away. Fading like Back to the Future. Alright. Well, we did get to chat with everybody, get a sense of some clues. I have some theories as to what happened. There are some parts of the crime scene, though, that, like, we haven't really been, like, one, we couldn't look at the blood splatter. And we weren't able to look at, like, the little stack of books. There was, like, a little spot where the shot put was. So it looks like we still have some investigating we'll need to do, but we will be picking that up on the next stream, which is tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, so it is not going to be much of a wait. If anything happens between now and then, I will be sure to let you know on Twitter down below. I have been slowly uploading some more VODs and shorts and things to my YouTube if you're looking for something to watch in the meantime. Maybe Biu will help see the books with her prom. Ooh. Yeah, because she's going to give us the floor plan. And yeah, it'd be cool if she could sort of get us some more clues from up there, because that is so high up in the library, and most of us are very, very small. One of the few tall people has just died, so that's one less tall person. Still gotta talk to Tsumugi, yes. So, it is funny that Kaede brought up the whole, like, yeah, Tsumugi could have disguised herself as someone and then gone and committed the crime, which was something I said in a previous episode, where I'm like, I don't know, like, maybe Tsumugi. Like, I know she comes across as, like, very, like, dainty and quiet and reserved, but it's like, maybe. Are you Kaede? I don't know how to play the piano. I'm not Kaede. I only kind of know how to play one instrument, and I haven't played it since the 8th grade. So, I would be very good. I'm definitely the ultimate musician. 100%. But in any case, thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Toot toot. Thank you for joining me tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We got to talk to some weirdos and have some fun conversations and look at some dirty DVDs, apparently. Probably gonna get those pics for Jameson at the end of the investigation. We gotta get those pictures of Spider-Man. That's all he wants. He just wants pictures of Spider-Man. And I mean, we've got 3 cameras. We had to get him on at least one of them. Yeah, it'd be nice to see what happens with those photos. I'd say there's like a 50-50 chance those photos are gonna get ruined. I'm hoping they're gonna come through just because that will add like potentially some like big cliffhanger reveals for the case. But at the same time, I could see it being like, oh, I was developing your photos and my hand slipped. And then stupid, was it Mono Kid, the blue one? Stupid Mono Kid spilled his honey all over them. Ah, he's the worst. And then he would just blame it on Monodam. The Chatterbox Monodam. Alright, so hopefully I will see you guys tomorrow night. We're going to be continuing the investigation, and I imagine we'll be getting the start on our very first case. I don't know if we're going to get to finish it, but we will at least get started on it. And I hope you'll join me for it. But what's going to be a microphone in the telephone booth? Oh yeah, that's a clue. So long, bear well. Yes, so long, bear well, guys. I will hopefully see you tomorrow night. Have a good one. See ya.